All praise due to the Most High. Welcome once again to another episode of Our Fui Show. Shout out to everyone down at Medianet TV. Shout out to management. Shout out to the producers. It's Got Talk. Tonight I've got a very, very, very special episode of Our Fui Show for you guys tonight. As you know, every week it's Got Talk. I go around and I interview the most influential members of our community, and our Fui Show is, for us, by us, and we give the most prominent members in the community a chance to tell their story. Tonight I'm down in Southwest 9 Brixton at Brixton Soup Kitchen, and I'm absolutely honoured to be in the presence of a man whose reputation supersedes himself. My brother Solomon, thank you so much for having me tonight, my brother. God bless you. So, do you know what? I'm going to let you tell the listeners exactly who you are and how you started and what you do, my G.
Hello, my name is Solomon Smith. I'm the founder, or should I say the co-founder of a homeless charity called Brixton Soup Kitchen. We provide hot meals and hot drinks to the homeless, needy and less fortunate. Even though we're called Brixton Soup Kitchen, it doesn't mean we only cater for the people in Brixton or South London. We're an open door policy, so we get people coming from north, east, south, west. And our main thing is about, giving hot meals, but then at the same time, what could we do to maybe for you to not come back to our service, if that's you getting employment, getting into education, getting into a hostel, or even getting into a house. So that is kind of like a quick synopsis of what we do at Brixton Soup Kitchen.
Brilliant. And how long have you been running, and how did you start? I mean, go right back to your childhood. Tell us about your childhood and what inspired you to start this soup kitchen.
So for me, taking it back into I was about 7, 8 years old. I come from a council estate in Brixton called Summer Leighton. And it was a very good, close, unique community. So on my estate we had shop, we had primary school, we had nursery, we had club, youth centre. So it was a thing where we didn't really need to leave the estate. So it was very easy for my mum to say, back in my days, we was allowed out. Like kind of going out to play, etc. Playing conkers, rounders, kids of now, they don't do things like that, you know what I mean? So I remember being like 7 or 8, going to like one of my good friend's house, and when I'm going to his house, the dynamics is different to my house. So even though on the estate all the houses are exactly the same, literally the whole house is the same. So, but then when I'm going to his house, his dynamic is different, because in my house I was, the very few. If he wasn't white, I had my mum and my dad. Especially coming from a black Caribbean family, you only usually just see the mum or the grandma. I was quite fortunate to have my mum and my dad all the time. So when I'm going to my friend's house, they literally will have their grandma, they will literally have their uncle, and for us, we knew we was very much in the know of Brixton Hill used to be the main spot for prostitution. And a lot of my friends' mum was in Brixton Hill. So we used to, I don't know if you guys remember, obviously you're from Northwest, but over here we had a bus called the 159. Mm-hmm. So the 159 was an old school bus where you could hop on and hop off. So for us, it was like a free bus. So, if we're going Mega Bowl, we'll jump on the 159 and it goes up Brixton Hill. So when it's going up Brixton Hill, a couple of my brethren I'll be with, they'll be like, right, there's my mum. And for us, it was literally a normality. Literally, it was a normality where if you want to go and see your brethren's mum, you go Brixton Hill. You see what I'm saying? And we're like, 9, 10. And for us, that's what was exposed to. So, I remember like my mum saying don't leave the estate. For us to even get on the bus was us being disruptive and leaving the estate, etc. So, so going back to my friend's house, it was a thing where, you know, he didn't have the unique family where they can go shopping, buy food, get school clothes, iron your school clothes on a Sunday, boom, boom. That was my life. But when I'm going to his house, if he don't go out and lick it, he's not eating.
Straight.
You know, and for me, it was a thing where I was 8, 9, 10, and I remember for me to get peas off my mum, I literally have to clean the skirting boards, hoover I had a twin brother, little brother, my younger sister, so we all had chores. So we will be like, do the passage, do the kitchen, do the dishes, and my mum will probably give us like £3 a week. But I remember a pound those days felt like £20.
Yeah.
A pound could get you crisp, drink,
sweet,
chocolate, and you got change.
Yeah,
Do you see what I'm saying? So I remember having £3 and I saved my £3, and then I remember the next week, done it again. I worked hard and I was like, Mum, can I get a little bit extra? And then my mum gave me £4, so I had £7. So for me, I'll go to my brethren's house and be like, come, let's go quick save. Because I knew quick save was like no frills.
No frills, I was about to say.
You see what I'm saying?
The white label, the black writing,
no frills. No frills.
Cheap and cheerful.
Literally.
Budget food.
Yeah.
Straight.
And for me, it was like, I'm doing my chores, not to spend money on myself, but to spend money on my brethren who didn't have their parents. So I would literally be like, come man, let's go quick save. We'll go quick save. I'm buying them, burgers, bread, milk, all the things what I used as a normality for me.
Yeah.
For him, he's literally going out licking it to eat something for that night.
Yeah.
And he was literally, and me thinking about it now, big man, he was like 8, 9, basically living by himself.
Yeah.
He was as able to have a key to get into his house.
Basically.
Do you see what I'm saying? But he literally had to fend for himself.
No parental guidance.
None.
I know.
So for me, it was like, no, come. Because I can't sneak you in my house. But if I can't sneak you in my house, let me try and make it comfortable for you, innit? So come, let's go make sure that, like firstly, could you cook? You get me? And then he's like, yeah, I can make burgers, da-da-da-da. So we used to go there, go quick save, buy shopping. Used to be like £7, £8. And literally used to come home with bare bags of stuff. You see what I'm saying? And that's when, the more like the caring and the thoughtfulness for me kind of begun.
Brilliant.
Do you see what I'm saying? So I remember going shopping with my mum, and then on my way to like secondary school. So now I'm literally allowed to leave my estate and kind of go Brixton by myself. And then when my mum will say like, come straight home, walk down Cold Harbour Lane and come straight to Summer Leighton. And I'm like, yeah. But for me, I'm like, on that. I want to go around there and see what around there's about. And then that's when I was literally exposed to homelessness. That was the first day I was exposed to homelessness. The first day.
How old was you when you were first
exposed
to homelessness?
I was in year 7, so I was about 11 years old.
Brilliant.
I was 11 years old. So what I used to do as well is my parents, again, especially on a Sunday, they'll cook a big pot of rice and peas and chicken and curry goat. But there's literally 4 of us in the house. And to this day, my mum does that. And I'm thinking, why'd you do that? There's a lot of us in the house, right? Cooking pure food. So what I used to do is I used to contain like rice, chicken, salad, extra, put it in the microwave for mad long, put on my school uniform, and then literally me and my twin, so when we're walking to school, I literally used to give out to 7 homeless people. And I've done that every day for about a year. And then, like when the whole adolescence kick in, I'm thinking, bad boy. This is when the whole Peckham and Brixton madness was kind of going on in school. Weren't really involved, but because I was from Brixton, I was involved. And because me and my twin were big as well, they were like, yeah, you're not involved. And we're proper not involved. So for us, that's when kind of things like that kind of kicked in. And then, me and my twin were severely dyslexic. So we literally was just being disruptive because there was no way of us learning. We literally couldn't fathom, reading a book. Even till now, I find it hard to read and to understand literature. And, left school with no GCSEs. My brother got kicked out. I've never ever experienced going to college. Didn't know what that was like, but then I was very good at doing like community work. I had a lot of people kind of come around me and like, Solomon, you know, like I want to start this, and I was able to kind of give them the advice. I remember being 15, it was the 6 weeks holiday. So we used to always do the same thing every day, like wake up, chill on the block, see the man them, stolen mopeds, stolen cars, drive it up, drive it down, drive it up, drive it down. Feds come, we're blowing away. Same thing every day. But for me, I always liked theme parks, but I knew my parents could never afford it. So I was like, going to so Loughborough literally was our closest youth community. Was our closest youth centre. So I would literally watch the youth worker, and I'm seeing the youth worker saying, "Hi, my name is Andre, and I'm from Lambeth. No, I'm from Lambeth Youth Council. You know, we've got a lot of young kids who've never experienced going to Alton Towers before. Could you donate us some tickets?" And then I see him get 20 tickets. So I was like, that was easy. I can do something like that. So I went home. Yellow Pages. Do you remember Yellow Pages? Yeah. Had the Yellow Pages. Maybe we didn't have Google these times.
Yeah, that was it. Yellow Pages was your Google.
Was the Google. Yeah.
Yeah, Yellow Pages.
Went to Alton Towers.
Yeah.
Found Alton Towers, called them up and I said, "Hello, my name is Solomon Smith. I'm the lead youth worker for the Moorlands Community Centre. There's a lot of young people who will never experience going to Alton Towers. Is there any tickets you can donate for these hard-to-reach young people who have never experienced going to Alton Towers?" Mm-hmm. They said, "Fantastic. How many tickets do you need?" I said, 50.
Yeah, I said 50.
Bruv, they sent me 50 tickets.
Yeah,
so I was like, how the hell are we going to get there? Now,
Good
I'm
question.
thinking, I'm thinking, coach is spelled with a K. So I'm going back in the yellow pages, and I'm going through K. I'm thinking, where's coach? Where's coach? Where's coach? I couldn't find coach. I'm thinking, ain't coach spelled with a K? So I said, you know what? Let me go out Brixton, because these times back in the days there used to be like a lot of coach trips. Yeah. Let me go out Brixton and just chill. Went out Brixton, chilled. Until a coach went by. So when I saw a coach go by, you know, you got your pencil and you got your bus pass. Yeah. I see the number and I was like, oh shit, coach is spelled with a C. Yeah. Okay. So I got the number, went home and I called the coach company and I said, "Hello, my name is Solomon Smith. We've been donated 50 tickets to go Alton Towers, but we've got no way of getting there. Brilliant. Is there any way you guys can donate a coach for us to get to Alton Towers?" Brilliant. They said, "Definitely. Let us know when and we are there." Brilliant. And this is for me who left school with no GCSEs. Brilliant. I'm thinking I'm a failure, there's nothing I can do. Brilliant. And when I actually got to Alton Towers, to see everybody in Alton Towers free of charge, everybody happy, everybody like, they felt like they was in Disneyland. Yeah. Because they're like, fam, we would have never experienced coming to Alton Towers. And that's when I had that level of enjoyment, when I was like, I created this. Brilliant. I'm literally looking around and everybody's going, and I'm like, I done that. I left school with no GCSEs, but I was able to do this.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And that's when it licked me.
Brilliant.
That's when it licked me. Brilliant. When I was like, brilliant. I don't need GCSEs
Brilliant.
To actually do what I want to do.
Because you got a brain.
Literally.
You know what I mean? And it's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Literally.
And it's got to, I never left school with no GCSEs either. You know, I finished school at 15. They even sit an exam. So, you know what I mean? And I've been a successful entrepreneur for 2 decades. You know, so I used me a noodle. Yeah. So that is just, that is absolutely magic, my brother. And I know the magic never stopped there. So after... that was the kind of the eureka moment, and then you went on to start the soup kitchen in your local community centre, and you quickly outgrew that. So just want to tell the listeners at home what that looks like.
So before I done that is my manager at the time. So I got a job for local government working as a youth worker, and my manager at the time was severely dyslexic as well. So big up Trevor, and he was severely dyslexic, and he was like, "Solomon, I've got a degree, you know." I was like, "How? If you got no GCSEs and you're proper dunce like me, how?" He was like, "Solomon, trust me, you can get into uni. Apply. You can go there as a mature student. You don't need no qualifications. I was like, what? They don't tell you that. They're like, trust me, you don't need no qualifications. So applied to go uni, and I done applied social science and youth and community. So applied for like 6 universities. I got into 5 of them, and I went to Goldsmith, what was in Lewisham. So while I'm doing there, you know, I just literally felt like I was back at school again. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do this. Like, everything what they're telling me is going in one end and coming on the other. Like, I'm literally in limbo. I don't know what to do. And then I was literally just walking around the uni, and I saw a thing called dyslexic awareness. And that was the very first time ever in life I was diagnosed as dyslexic. That was the very first time. And then once they diagnosed me dyslexic, they gave me all of the equipment that I needed. They realized different, like, you know, like a lot of when people are reading books, it's on a black and white. I needed stuff on a blue paper where I can kind of understand it more. They gave me a dictaphone. They gave me someone who can come and read my notes, etc. So through getting all that support, was able for them to got me to the last year. So I was in the last year doing my work placements. You have to do 240 hours. And they said, Solomon, you can't work in a youth club because all of your work placements always been in a youth club with young people. So then they said, what else in the community do you want to work in? And I was like, I want to work in a homeless shelter. So I worked in a homeless shelter called the 999 Club. And I was there. And the day I started was the day I clicked on, and I was like, I can do this, bruv. Literally, I can. Most of the people whose hair is from Brixton. Brixton don't have this. So literally, I'm looking around, doing the exact same I done at Loughborough Play Centre, just looking around, seeing how they get donations, all right? Seeing what companies they're calling, all right? Seeing how they're gonna, how they got that, you know, they got the coffee machine, and I was like, okay, all right. So once I left there, got my degree, dashed the hat and that, instead of me looking for work, I said I want to start Bricks and Soup Kitchen.
Brilliant. Absolutely.
Literally, I want to start Bricks and Soup Kitchen. I went to a lot of centres, saying it's not going to work, etc. And then I went back onto the centre on my estate, and then the woman was like, Solomon, I've been knowing you to do community work. This is a no-brainer. Like, let's do it. And then, you know, she said, yep, you can start it on this day. I literally I went online, stole a logo offline, put Bricks and Soup Kitchen on there, made a flyer, 'cause I was kind of learning Illustrator, etc. Going around to all of the homeless spots I knew. Going into Finsbury Park, North London, East London, Croydon, Vauxhall, everywhere, literally giving flyers saying, guys, just come off the streets, get hot tea. Come off the streets and get hot tea. Come off the streets and get hot tea. Come to this centre on the 1st of January 2013. That's when we're going to start. And those times we only done it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. When that Tuesdays come, it was a mazzoline. We had about 100 people outside waiting for hot tea. And I was like, oh my God, how the hell am I going to do this? Literally. Mm-hmm. But instead of me showing my scared face, I was like, guys, come on. Line up, guys. Come, guys. I'm going to just set up. I'm going to just pretending I knew what I was doing. I didn't have a clue. Literally. And then it was just like, you know, from doing it is when I'm kind of going home, I'm thinking, all right, we're getting that much people coming in, so we're going to have to find a way to make sure it's safe, but then making sure everybody, so I'm just thinking, my thinking cap is, because I think more at night. 3-4 o'clock in the morning is when...
Every morning. I wake up at 4 o'clock
in
the morning.
It's
literally. Powerful time.
To
hold their meds. Yeah.
Trust me. Yeah. So I'm just there thinking, how am I going to do it? How am I going to plan it? Boom, boom, boom. Literally doing it. Was running for about 4 weeks. I'm getting a call. Greg's is saying, mate, we've been seeing the amazing work that you're doing. Would you like to, I know we know that you're giving hot tea. Would you like to give donuts with your tea? I said, mate, that would be fantastic. Yeah. They said, come in next week to your local Greg's, and whatever donation they're going to give you, get used to that. We went there. They gave us about 3 big boxes of just jam donuts, angel slices, everything what they had. They gave us, no word of a lie, about £200 worth of stock every day. And I was like, oh my God. And then from there, we was getting a lot of stuff from Tesco. So Tesco's was giving us a lot of tin stuff. And I was just thinking, oh my God. And then I literally got a call on my phone. Like, I think we must have locked up the soup kitchen. And then I got a call on my phone, and I'm looking at it. It's like +1933. I'm thinking, right, who from Jamaica's trying? He's gonna beg me something. I got nothing to give. I said, you know what? Let me answer it. I answer the call. They're going, hello, hey, is this Solomon from the Bricks and Soup Kitchen? I'm like, yeah. Hey, this is Andre. We're calling from Tennessee. We're the head franchise of Nando's. I was like, what? Yeah, man, we've been seeing the work you've been doing. I'm like, what? We want to come down for a meeting. They called me on a Monday. They said, we're going to fly over from Tennessee to meet with you on a Thursday. I said, you're going to fly just to meet with me? And I was like, okay. Gave them the address. The meeting didn't last no more than 10 minutes. They said, everything that was on the tin is I've actually seen. Everything that you said that you're doing, you're actually doing. And because of that, we're happy to now supply you with chicken from Nando's. And we've got chicken from Nando's ever since.
Brilliant.
Ever since. So every Mondays and Thursdays, they give us up to 60 to 70 pieces of chicken.
Brilliant.
And then what we do with that, half we will leave in the soup kitchen, half we supply to families. Brilliant. So we drive around London giving out fresh chicken to families. Brilliant. And for me, it was just more like I never learned how to speak to corporates before. Mm-hmm. I've never learned how to go and do, they said to me, oh, we want you to do a talk, and just to let people know how you started, you're a young guy. I think I was like 27, 28 this time, and, a young guy, a young black guy from Brixton could be doing anything, and you're running a homeless charity. It's called the TED Talks, and yeah, just come down. So I'm thinking, I'm going to have a little meeting like this, to not know that a TED Talks was a big, global, bloody platform. So I'm rocking up late, past my time. When I get there, they're like, Solomon, come. They wired me up. They put all this stuff on me. They got a big thing, a big billboard with my logo on there. And I was like, what the hell is this? There's like 3,000 people. I don't know what TED Talks is. I just thought it was just me just talking about how I started. I thought I was going to be in a room with like 4 people and just tell them how I started. To then realize TED Talks is one of the biggest speaking platforms. And I literally had to go on stage, again, pretend I know what I was doing. I didn't, usually you can like watch somebody first and see how they do it, how you can kind of pattern up. I didn't get that because I was the first one on, literally. And then they said I done so good, and I wowed them so much. They invited me back to another TED Talks. Brilliant. So then that's by the time then I can now pattern up how to do it properly. You see what I'm saying? And for me, the journey from starting the soup kitchen has been so mind blowing. Literally, the amount of people we've supported, till to date, we've given out over 135,000 hot meals. Brilliant. And that's from the day we started until now.
Brilliant. Anything to do with supporting the vulnerable is something that's dear to my heart. And I commend the amazing work that you're doing. I think it's absolutely admirable. And I know that all our listeners that are watching tonight will be clapping and cheering and singing your praise and saying, what an amazing young man, what an amazing journey, and what a great, facilitator, for so many people. But I know there's a darker side to what you do here, and although you're doing such an amazing things in the community, you've struggled even after 7 years to get the support you need. So can you just tell the listeners what that looks like in your own words?
So when I first actually wanted to do the soup kitchen, one of the main things for me was, having the experience of working as a youth worker and getting funding. You know, I know funding forms take very long. Remember, I said I'm dyslexic, so me doing funding forms is an absolute mystification. And I just said, you know what? I want to do something where I don't have to rely on government funding. I wanted to do it where it's all being done for the love. So if the government funds say, do you know what, we have to pull our funds, we don't have to stop our service.
That's right. Brilliant.
Now, if we was to get funded now, it would be a bonus. But if they was to stop the funding, the service will still continue.
Brilliant.
Do you see what I'm saying? However, it's been hard because, you know, for me, it was hard for me to do youth work and do the soup kitchen, because soup kitchen literally overpowered everything.
Yeah.
You know, where I literally had to leave my paying job. So remember, when I first started the soup kitchen, when I was getting paid every month, half of my wages was for the soup kitchen, half of my wages for my family and for myself. And literally, it was funny because the councils because over in the council, we've got a bidding system to get a house. So I've moved out my mum's, and that was the day I've literally was awarded my house, was the day I've literally left work. Well, I said, you know what, I have to focus on the soup kitchen more. So focusing on the soup kitchen has been very hard because it's very good that we get a lot of exposure and we get a lot of celebrities coming down. You know, it's amazing. However, you got to remember, we're a black face. We're a charity. You know, working with vulnerable people don't really mix. And it says Brixton on there. It don't mix. So people's already got their perceptions of what we do at the Brixton Soup Kitchen. You know, I've always said to people, I will never stop people chatting. People can always chat. Brixton Soup Kitchen does this, they do that. That I don't care about. But the thing for me is we have to be 110% transparent on people's donations, because these are people who left the stigma and said, you know what, I want to support the Brixton Soup Kitchen. And let me give them £100. So because you've now given me £100 from all the hurdles that's already there, I feel that I can't be 100% transparent. I have to be 110% transparent. So let them know where your money's gone, what it was spent on. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, for us, we don't get that donation all of the time. Not saying we don't get it, we do get it, but we don't get it all of the time where I can now say, let me pay myself. I'm on benefits. I have to go to the job centre every Tuesday like that. Sign on. That's what I have to do. That's the sacrifice I've done.
And to me, my brother, to me, that is absolutely heartbreaking. And that, to me, is the most tragic part of this story, is the fact that a young man like yourself that has sacrificed so much for his community and touched so many people's lives is actually still on benefit. And that's why, for me personally, It's Got Talk, our Fui show, it's a community show. I'm urging the community to get behind Brixton Soup Kitchen and get behind this young man and support him, you know, with what he needs to keep this amazing organisation running. Do you want to just say to listeners, what type of support are you looking for, and how can they help support what you're doing?
The main support right now is I really want to pay my staff. You know, I've got an amazing staff team where I don't want to see them go.
Yeah. And
when they go because they're working, I totally understand.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I want to be at the stage where, you know, I'm paying 3-4 staff, a chef, you know, paying myself. I would love to know what it feels like to have created something and be paid for it.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying to people I've done this to get paid. But, you know, I've literally left work. I focus, my job is not 9 to 5. Mine's is 9 to 9. And then from 9, when I put my kids to bed, once they've now settled down and I've watched to YouTube, I go online. I don't get to my bed until I see the birds chirping. Literally, I'm just up researching, trying to find what different trusts and foundations. That's my life. You know, when I'm saying to people, I breathe, sleep, everything Brixton Soup Kitchen, homelessness. You know, we've done a lot of work in Miami. We've done a lot of homeless work in Miami. We've done a lot of homeless work in Jamaica. We've done a lot of homeless work in Tanzania. our thing is way beyond Brixton. Our thing is way beyond the UK. Our thing is homelessness everywhere. You know, I've helped to set up at least 15 different soup kitchens all around the world because my passion is helping the homeless.
Brilliant.
Do you see what I'm saying? My dream is to be a homeless congressman for the world.
Brilliant.
Is to be the homeless congressman. Where I'm saying to people, it's not just about talking about, you know, homelessness and where to pump money, but to actually go to these places and say, why is there still homelessness here? Literally. And that is my main goal. And this is why people say to me, why'd you go on big Miami and you should be turning up? I find it hard to turn up because my mind literally can't switch off. Yeah, I don't know if it's a problem, I don't know. But I literally cannot switch off. I go to Miami and I'm there thinking, guys, there's homelessness here, I can't allow that. I go to Jamaica and I'm like, there's homelessness here, I can't allow that. Everywhere I go, I physically cannot allow that to happen.
And the truth be told, in 2020, with all the modern technology we've got, there should be nobody sleeping on the streets and there should be nobody hungry. Hunger as well. It breaks my heart that people are still starving. 8,000 children die every day of starvation. And if you look at the amount of waste in terms of the supermarkets, they overproduce, and a lot of that just gets wasted. So it's nonsensical.
Yeah. You know, the amount of donations that we get, you know, you can ask my staff team, we are able to open up 10 more soup kitchens and be comfortable on the amount of donations that we get given.
Seriously.
Literally. The amount of we support so many companies and charities and community organizations with food. The amount of schools we support. Because the amount of things that we get given to us. And then when we get it, we're like, guys, come. You lot, let's go over there. Let's go to North. Let's go to East. There's a homeless organisation that we're very connected to called Two Shades of Life. They're based in North London. A lot of our donations go to them because they find it hard to get food donations, where we find it very easy to get food donations. But then at the same time, from all the big corporates that's been supporting us, we're now saying to them, guys, look, we've now started the BSK COVID-19 response team, where, you know, again, it's not just about us supporting the response team in Brixton. We are literally, as you guys can see around us, there's donations and we make up food packs. So we're making up food packs and we make up hundreds of food packs weekly, and we literally put mileage on our car because we are going everywhere. We don't want to film it to glorify, but we're trying to film it to let people know, look, we're not just in South London. We go everywhere. We was in Islington last week. We was in Bush. We go everywhere where people email us and say, this is who needs food. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? So for us, man, we're really passionate about this, but we do need the support where I can keep my staff team, I can start paying wages, and I can pay my rent for where I live. You know, I've got 2 kids. Do you see what I'm saying? And, you know, the life I want to show them, you know, is definitely this, to appreciate what you have, but then at the same time to know people your age, they have to come to the soup kitchen. You're lucky you don't. Do you see what I'm saying?
It's real talk. And I know that prior to this pandemic, there was a lot of single parent, you know, mums that was actually living out of food banks or soup kitchens like this. It actually sustained them. You know, I know there were some families that had to make a choice between, you know, the light bill and food. So organizations like this one is imperative, and it's important that these hubs stay in the community and continue to support. And what I love about yourself, you run what they call an open door policy, so you don't discriminate. based on postcodes.
Yeah.
You know, you don't discriminate. So I absolutely love that. My brother, I want to thank you for your time today, and I just want to say to the listeners at home, guys, if there's any fundraisers out there, or if there's any bid writers, I would like you personally to get in touch with this gentleman, because I know that the Brixton Soup Kitchen is struggling right now to leverage funds. So if anyone wants to support with their expertise, please get in touch with this gentleman. Just tell everybody where they can find you before you go to your social medias out, and then we're going to hear quickly from one of your volunteers, Rebecca. She's going to come and tell us about some of the other great stuff you do, because I know it's not only just, you don't just support the local community with food, but you also have a clove bank. So we're going to hear from Rebecca, and she's going to tell us quickly about the food clove bank. But brother, if you could just tell everyone where they could find you on all the social medias. Respect.
Hello guys, so yes guys, please follow us on all social media. We're on Instagram, Brixton Soup Kitchen, Solly's World. We're on Snapchat, Brick Soup Kitchen, so that's BRIX Soup Kitchen and Solly's World. Facebook, Brixton Soup Kitchen. Twitter, Brick Soup Kitchen. Just Google Brixton Soup Kitchen, you'll see everything there. Please contact us. Right now, our admin team, again, because of the whole COVID-19 pandemic, it's been hard for us to kind of get back to emails, etc., but we're still trying our hardest. So please just bear with us, but please contact us. Don't just take my word for it. Whenever you got time, please come down to the soup kitchen, touch it, smell it, see it for yourself. We're not trying to do one of those charity soft music behind adverts. We want you to actually come and see the work that we're doing. And when you come and see, you can actually believe. So please support us. Black Lives Matter. And guys, we can definitely make a change.
Brilliant. Brother, I want to thank you very much for giving us your time this evening, mate. And I will do my best also to support in any way I can with what you're doing, my brother. God bless you. Thank you very much. I might come back in a couple of months' time and do an update and just see how you're getting on. Yeah, my brother. Right. God bless you, man. All the best, man. Peace. London, ladies and gentlemen. So you heard it here first. That was the amazing Solomon from the Brixton Soup Kitchen. And guys, if you guys are feeling stressed, depressed, you know, feeling a little bit suicidal, and you need to speak to a counsellor, don't forget that realtalkradio.co.uk is offering free counselling advice for anybody nationally. So guys, if you're feeling a little bit stressed or depressed and you want to speak to someone in these, you know, troubled times, get in touch at www.realtalkradio.co.uk. Good evening, my darling Rebecca. How you doing? Right. So I know you've been a volunteer at the Soup Kitchen for the last 3 years now. And can you just tell us a little bit about what you do and how you're involved with the project?
Okay. So, hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Rebecca. I started off here doing 2 days a week. So I started off like just helping in the kitchen, helping to cook, also helping to serve food at lunchtimes. Yeah, it was really good. I'm not gonna lie, this place is like a family. So as I said, I started off doing 2 days a week and then kind of found myself here every day.
Brilliant.
I'm actually a youth worker.
Brilliant.
So at the time when I first started, I was working in a youth club in East London. Obviously, I don't start work till 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. So I just used to come down here and be here till when we close and then go to work. So, yeah, I was just...
And I know you guys, I thought it was amazing earlier. You showed me around, let's have a little look at it. And you guys, I think it's amazing. You do a clove bank here. And it's a very, very unique service that you offer. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, so yeah, we have a closed bank here at Brixton Soup Kitchen. Obviously, we have an open door policy, so anybody can come in and choose clothes. Yeah, you just come in and literally help yourself. Take what you need. In the time I've been here, I've seen like people come and get like clothes to go to a funeral. One lady, she got clothes to wear for her own birthday party.
Brilliant.
All of this stuff, all the clothes that we get is all donated by people like yourself, companies. Yeah, sometimes I bring my my stuff down here. Obviously, if I don't need it anymore, anything, if you're going to bring it to the charity shop, might as well bring it to Brixton Soup Kitchen. So the clothes bank has been a good help in the community. So obviously we have people that come here every day from when we open to when we leave, but we also have people that will come and just take clothes and leave. They don't want to be sat here around the table. I don't know if it's a shame thing or embarrassment, but as I said, we have an open door policy. As long as you sign in the book, you can help yourself to the clothes. So that's been really helpful.
Brilliant. And I think, guys, the clothes bank is amazing. It's like a massive walk-in wardrobe, and you just literally walk in and pick what you like, and you know, it's all free. They got clothes, trainers, shoes, everything. So I think it's an amazing service. And guys, if you guys want to donate any of your old clothes to Brixton Soup Kitchen, so they can then regenerate those clothes into the community, do you want to just tell them how they can do that?
Come down and see us. Come and drop it off. Obviously, with Solomon's quite busy at the moment, so usually if you have a lot of staff, we'll come and pick it up in a van. Maybe when this COVID thing has died down, we'll still be able to do that.
Brilliant. So you offer a collection service as well?
Yeah, we can collect off people and companies once we're free.
Brilliant.
Just to let you know, also, we don't just do clothes and food. We have computers here.
Yeah.
Me personally, I help a lot of service users with forms. So this could be benefit forms, job applications, CVs, cover letters. We do it all here. So I just wanted to let you know that that's another thing we do here.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Rebecca. So, guys, you heard it here first. A Scott Talk. We're down at the Brixton Soup Kitchen, and the work that these guys do down here is absolutely just commendable. And I'm urging the community to get behind this project, guys, and support them in any way, shape, or form you can. Young lady, before we go, do you just want to tell the listeners one more last thing? Yeah, for the listeners.
Big up Brixton Soup Kitchen,
100%.
Big up Solomon, big up Hashman, big up Uptown's finest, Micah, yeah? All right.
And the whole of the volunteers.
And all my other colleagues, big up on yourself, Miss Esther, Phyllis, Charlie, and anyone that actually comes down here and helps us out, we love you.
Come to say that. Stay.
Fam, if it wasn't for the staff team, you know, everybody sees my face as the logo, but there's no way I could have done this by myself. No way. So I just want to just big up everyone who supported us, all of the trusts and foundations, you know, the Gregs, the Nandos, you know, the Street Smart, Prep Foundation, you know, Wilcott Foundation, Lawyers in the Soup Kitchen. So we do Lawyers in the Soup Kitchen on Thursdays as well. Guys, please just Google Brixton Soup Kitchen. It's not just about providing a meal. You know, that's just to facilitate it to get you in. But once you come in, you know, we do massage therapy. You know, we've got computers to do CVs, cover letters, job search. We've got a food bank, clothes bank, trainers bank. You know, you can just come in, watch TV, get a nice good meal. We do art class, art workshop. We do earrings. We do things like litter picking. Yeah. Is very, how do you say the word, therapeutic. Mm-hmm. You know, so we do a lot of stuff in our back garden we're going to start growing our own produce. So there's so many things that we're doing, and just remember, everything that we've done was with no government support. This is everything that we've decided to do as a staff team, and this is what we've done.
And I was gonna end it on that point, and this is our A Scott Talk. I always say that we've got everything we need in the village, and now's the time where the village needs to pull their resources together to support these great grassroots organisations that are on the ground that are having such an amazing impact in the community. This organisation has been running for 7 years, and like this gentleman says, he's had no government support. So guys, I'm asking if there's any bid writers out there, if there's any fundraisers out there, I'd like you guys to get in touch with this gentleman and give him your support, because right now I think what this organisation needs more than anything is cash flow. Okay, so guys, thank you very much. Once again, London Town, you've been in tune to the A Scott Talk, a Fui show. Shout out to everyone down at Medianet TV. Shout out to Solomon and the whole team down at Brixton Soup Kitchen. And join me next week, same time, same place, for another episode. Until then,